Yo, what up, team? Hey, so if you've been watching, I know that every video that I've posted so far has been just disassembling everything, and it's not a whole lot of anything productive. So that's all going to change today with the first step towards doing something productive on the chassis instead of engine work, putting this roll bar in. Oh yeah. Let's get this sucker open. Woohoo! Yeah, all right, well, it's all there, and comes pre-notched. I love it, right? Except these ends. These I have to figure out how long they're gonna be for the bars that go to the back. But this guy right here, it's not supposed to be angled when it goes in. It's supposed to be straight across. I double checked on the website, and man, that is not cool. So I'm gonna have to cut that and notch it myself. Kind of sucks, but yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I want to get everything looking like how it's going to be mocked up and fitted and everything. Figure out what my angles are going to be and all that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape off the sections that are going to be welded, and we're going to dust this in with black. So yeah, black roll bars, dog. Well, I ain't never done this before, so gonna find out, gonna learn something. Anyways, best I can figure, that's, right about what I'm looking for right there. As far as, any kind of eyeball measurements, I'm not exactly sure that's where it needs to be. So right quick, I'm gonna take the tape measure and measure across and just kind of get a good idea for where I'm supposed to wind up. Okay, 51 inches is pretty cool to me, dude. That's not bad for an eyeball estimate, coming down across that ways. Now, I'm not exactly sure where the other measurements are gonna line up. Maybe at exactly 50, I think. Clean across, inside to inside. What are we looking at? 50 1/4, I think. All right. So where did I end up? 50 1/2. All right, well, yeah, we might not go 50 1/2. We'll do 50 1/4. Okay. Well, aim the camera at it right, so yeah, we can see what the heck is going on here. Yeah, I think 50 1/4 is the distance from end to end there. All right, I'm using a 2-inch hole saw. So I want to measure from this point here over about 1 inch, actually exactly 1 inch, and then I'm going to go ahead and make a mark right on center with the notch that's already been cut. That should get me right where I need to be. All right, cool, man. So that's what you'll end up with right there. You know what I mean? We basically just trimmed that much off of it, and she is notched. All right, and it's a mirror of the opposite side, from side to side. Just gonna go ahead and file it a little bit, get that really sharp edge off there so I don't stab myself, and we'll go ahead and test fit. Yeah, that's a good fit right there. All right, so I measured, from here to the bottom of the bar there, the crossbar. It is 19 3/4 of an inch on both sides, so I know I'm parallel. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and make a couple of little tacks, that way it doesn't move from where it's at, and draw some beads. I like it when I got clean metal to work with, man.
Oh, this looks real nice. Oh yeah.
This has a little f***ed up, but I'll fix it. So next up, I gotta knock it up with these plates right here, because this is what's gonna give the roll cage strength. You can't just weld that bar to this area right here. This metal's too thin, right? So you weld along the perimeter of this plate right here, and that gives it all the strength that it needs, and then you weld your roll bar to this plate. So that's, you know, a nice good thick piece of steel to hold it in place, and it won't rip out of there and it won't break through. So that's what we're going for. Now that's got to be done on both sides, and if you'll notice, there's some, it doesn't want to fit on there real nice, and that's because of all this crap right here, this seam sealer. I'm gonna have to buzz all that down and get a nice clean surface here. So I'm gonna get my flapper disc and go to town on that. Yeah, I'm satisfied with that. Same thing over here. What I do to find this angle is I'll position it in the car. Now this wasn't cut like this before, it was just a straight tube. But what I did was I was able to line that little angle finder tool up with where the pipe looked like it was going to be happy, right? So what I'll do is I'll take this and I'll line up the end of the pipe on the chop saw so that it lines up like that, right? So all I gotta do is just kind of eyeball it on the chop saw, make sure it lines up with my tool, and that's the angle I need. We got the roll bar knocked up in there. It's held up with zip ties on either side. It's not welded into the plates just yet. Matter of fact, that side can come back just a little bit, but it's pretty much mostly in the area where it needs to be for now. But what I'm gonna do is go ahead and cut the other one, that guy, just like this one, and install it on this side. But yeah, the plate is gonna have to get welded in. That's about the general area where it wants to go, maybe just a little bit further back. But then we're gonna do the same thing over here on this side. Yeah, that took every bit of forever, using the hammer and chisel there. While I was doing that though, got everything all painted. Yeah, so I just I taped off the spots where I'm gonna be welding, you know what I mean? And except that area, I kind of screwed up that, but I didn't paint there. Yeah. Then once it's in the car and everything's welded up, I'll go ahead and spray it down a little bit more and hit those spots. Okay, I still got to finish that one up after I install the bar, but now we got all the pads installed. Oh, that's right, I gotta clean up the welds right there, kind of bowed up in the middle. That was weird, but yep, that pad down there, that pad down there. We got the main hoop kind of temporarily installed. It's being held up with zip ties. See, I got clean metal ready to go. So I'm gonna grab one of them bars and just kind of hold it in place and give her a little tacking. Tackaroo. Okay, we're looking good, man. We are not welded back here. We're not tacked up. Nothing on the pads is tacked up yet. Just these guys up here, right? Now, I don't want to have to worry about getting the gun up in there. So what I'm going to do is drop the roll bar down off of those pads and onto the lower floor of the car. And that'll give me plenty of room to get up in there with the welder and finish up my job. Yep. Alright, so this is where I left off last night. It just got a little dark, a little late, and I was a little tired. And I didn't want to mess up welding this part. Plus, I gotta hammer that area down once it's hot so I can weld right around there. That's what's up next. That's what I'm gonna do. But everything else is looking pretty good. I am very happy with my welds. They all look great. All right, they're not pretty. I had some spatter coming off of that one. I probably should have grinded the surface of these plates before I welded to them, but it did end up getting pretty decent penetration anyway. This side came out a lot better, but even with the area that I had to bang it down into. So yeah, that's pretty much the final product there. Side's welded down. Honestly, these welds came out so much better. You know, everything that I had to put together on the bars came out pretty good, but not on the plates. I think, yeah, I should have. I think I should have took the flapper disc to the surface of the plates here to get better penetration with the welder. But it's alright. It'll be way plenty strong.